this is a first initiative of providing practical hands-on data analytics through a one-day workshop to the participants. We cover theoretical part in a very brief about what is data and what is data analytics life cycle, because that's a backbone of it. And thereafter the entire workshop is practical, where participants are put on the dummy data with tasks to perform, and they get more and more practice into it. Dummy data licenses are given to them, they can extend it post workshop to keep using in the live environment, and we extend our support for it. We hope this initiative goes a long way with the people over here. Thank you. If none of the conditions apply, it will go to the default value and it will apply the default value. Very important thing is the sequence of your conditions over here. That is very important. So I say between, and then I have something called value. So value is what? Value is my invoice date. What is my minimum value? I can use a date operator, Q3. So this is going to be text. So what I do is I say by default I just give it blank. Just keep it blank. You can make Q4. Now what the tool will do is, when you implement this particular logic, it will go into your data table, it will check in your invoice date, and it will see whether the invoice date falls into first condition or second. Morning we did something called computed fee, and you have a column to accumulate. As we saw in the command, you can select the same column multiple times. So I can select amount first and I say this is Q1. Second time amount, this is Q2. No, this is not for the year. This is for the quarter. My quarter is January, February, March.
Yeah, I understand.
For this particular year.
Only for particular year. Huh? If I have a data, means like in the table, the data will be accumulating, right?
Right.
So in every year, I need to go and then I need to change it, or how it is?
No. Then you have a different way of doing it. Wonderful. If you have a 10-year data.
Sometimes if I am going to run for only for a particular year, I should get. Then if I run for a particular
Wonderful.
year, how I will do it?
Wonderful. What I will do is, before I come here, I will make a computed feed using a function called month.
Okay.
So I have a date, then I can click on an icon to move it up or move it down. You want to delete, you can delete also.
And now pull down, select vendor. Which is from table. Vendor. Inventory. Now you select product description. AP transfer. AP transfer later. That was parent data. ये रिलेशन गलत है. यहाँ से आपको उठाना है वेंडर नंबर, which you go to the vendor number. You have related your product number with the vendor number. So इस पे right click करो. Right click करो. And now what you do? You got product number. इसको pull down करके यहाँ से select vendor number. Okay करो.
And I say 2022, select in 22 March, and I say 31st March. If it is invoice date is between 1st of January to 31st of March, what is my value initiative to make the concept of analytics to you? And it's all a matter of practice as much as you click. So Mr. Hussain, you were doing fantastically, so I could make out your earlier exposure with the tools. So all the best to you, thanks for coming, and wish you a very happy weekend.
The opportunity that you are asking me to speak. Nishit started the session with something wonderful. He said that normally when we say data analytics, people think that it is something very complicated, it is something which is very difficult, something that is only for intellectuals. And he assured that by the end of the session, we will get a clear understanding that data analytics is something that can be used on a day-to-day basis. And I can assure at the end of the day, with almost 5 to 6 hours, it was not only interesting, we could see and feel the value, the ease with which it can be used. The tool that he used, the examples that he took and explained to us was brilliant. I think as an organization, what we need to do is we need to understand our data and see how we can bring the data into this tool and churn the reports out so that we can use it for future purposes. So my plan is to invite Nishit to our organization someday and we can have this brainstorming with the other team members. But having said that, I would like to summarize, it was a brilliant session, very well done, but to a common man's sense, not into an intellectual sense. So kudos to Nishit. Thank you.